Hello, I'm Tony Elenis, President and CEO of ORHMA. I'm here to talk about a vulnerable sector of the workforce that government policies have forgotten and have much potential to hurt considerable mass of hospitality operators. Many of them are immigrants, entrepreneurs, and risk takers who build their business with resiliency and strong work ethic so their children have an opportunity for a prosperous future. That dream and that quest continues today, but in a much tougher climate. You've heard from a few small business owners on the $15 minimum wage. I have heard from many and examined their numbers. The potential payroll increases are terrifying against a restrictive price elasticity model. This is an emerging issue that has yet to be defined by past performance, and economists do clash on the outcome. It is responsible to compare Ontario's hospitality performance to other jurisdictions, especially to California and Alberta. And by the way, no one has until now. Please refer to Figure 1. In the 1990s, Canada's restaurant industry operated in the range of 5 to close to 10% profit margins. In Figure 2, Ontario restaurants continuously underperform the national average in every single province. Alberta in the green is strong, with approximately double the margin performance of Ontario's. In Figure 3, we see a similar performance with the accommodation sector. Alberta is performing better even in 2015 with the oil industry collapsing. In Figure 4, we examine Ontario's full-service restaurant sector against Alberta and the USA, where both of these jurisdictions can afford to drop 2 points and still keep their doors open. Ontario does not have that luxury. Figure 5, for limited service, has a similar trend. The numbers the Ontario business owners are calculating are very real and tragic. A unique feature of this industry is the gratuity model. The 60% of minimum wage increases since 2004 have unintentionally created an inequity issue among hardworking servers and hardworking support staff, such as dishwashers and cooks, that earn just above the minimum wage and are now receiving limited increases. Bill 148 will escalate this issue. Most tip workers earn double and triple of their actual wages in tips alone. Rightfully, this is a very sensitive issue for this committee to hear directly from employers. ORHMA calls for freezing the liquor server minimum wage to support the industry and support the many workers who deserve better equity. The issue is unique and an improved system is required. The state of New York has prepared employees to plan for a $15 per hour wage in a timetable ranging from 4 years in New York City to 7 years in other counties. Included in the legislation is a safety provision to evaluate if a suspension is warranted. Since the legislation's first reading, California businesses were given 9 years to reach the $15 per hour wage mark, with phasing schedules close to 6 and 7 years. In 2014, ORHMA supported the minimum wage panel's recommendation of an annual CPI increase, setting up a 5-year path for business to plan, a workable and predictable decision. Please refer to Figure 6, where you'll find our government leaders agree with these remarks. Why in Ontario has such an important policy been a secret and is being rushed? Is this a secret weapon? Is the business community the enemy? The 2017 announcement came as a shock. Businesses need time to plan, evaluate various concepts, and commit to long-term contracts and investments. Harm to business will harm employees, especially youth and workers with disabilities, and of course, the consumers will end up paying much more. Dear committee members, this is a tragedy. I would ask you to take your political stripes away and not make a political decision, but a fair decision to support employers, many who are small family businesses, so they can contribute to economic growth and job hiring. This is not about not wanting to pay a higher minimum wage. ORHMA calls for this committee to adopt a much longer phase-in. In closing, we welcome proposed changes within Bill 148. However, we do have strong concerns with specific changes that will clearly have a detrimental effect on the operation, which have been included in our full submission. Thank you.